it because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back. I'm the FPL Penguin, back again with another stream for you all. Hope you're all doing well. And we're going to be talking about Gameweek 16. Now, Gameweek 15 has come and gone. And with how I got on in Gameweek 15, I didn't do particularly well. As you can see, I've got another red hour. I've gone down to 2.1 million. So I'm hoping things can change in this game week coming now. Just let everyone know, deadline is 1:30 as well, UK time. Just show you how I got on in game week 15. A -8 I took, and 46 points I got in this game week. So let's have a look how I got on. Pickford did very well for me. As you see, 5 points. He picked up a clean sheet. Another clean sheet. That's his third clean sheet of the season. So I'm well chuffed about that. And if we look at defence, well, Diaz picking up a clean sheet. Justin and Dallas also picking a clean sheet as well. Midfield-wise, Mr. Captain Salah didn't go as planned. Bringing in Marnie did, but was it really worth taking that -8? But like I said, Ward-Prowse, Bone in there as well. Bone looked like he had a very disappointing game. Front three, we've got Harry Kane, Bamford and DCL up front. Just Bamford returning. So I'm going to keep DCL as long as I can because he's just one of them. Nato on bench as well, picking up 6 points. Justin coming on for that 1 point. So I got about 46 points, like I said, about 2.1 million. And we move on to the next game week now. Guys, if you are there, who are your captains for game week 16? Let me know in chat, and we'll get straight into game week 16. So this is my team for game week 16. I'm still a bit undecided on captain, who to go for, but I've decided to leave it on Kane for now. I might change to Salah, but I'm just switching between two. I also like the look of Bruno Fernandes as well. Also want to tell you about my transfers as well. I brought in Rafinha, and I've also brought in, I can't remember now, Rafinha and Bruno Fernandes. That's it. Rafinha, Bruno Fernandes. I brought those two in for Mane and James Ward-Prowse for a -4. I know I'm taking a lot of hits, but just want to enjoy this game, see who I bring in, it pays off. So I've decided to bring them in and see what happens. And I like the look of Rafinha. I do like the look of him because James Ward-Prowse he's only taken 3 kicks and corners. He hasn't done anything the last 3 game weeks. So I've decided to have Rafinha in my team for a hit. See if we can do anything against West Brom. Okay, Big Sam kept Liverpool out most of the game. And the other Sam as well. But I like the look of Rafinha. Leeds are very, very attacking, and I really do like him a lot. Guys, how are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Get your questions in chat. Who are your captains? If anyone's watching, get your captains in. Who are your captains for Game Week 16? Any transfers that you've done so far? Let me know. And but basically, that's the way I like to go with it. It's a -4. I've brought those 2 players in, and I'm hoping I can finally get a green arrow this game week. Would be absolutely insane. It would be absolutely insane. So let's move that over there. So all about captain. Do I stick with captain? Are you doing Randy? How you doing? Are you doing a free hit on Game Week 18? No, I haven't got a free hit, mate. Already used it. I'm basically building my team for Game Week 18 as it is. I've got about 6 players playing in the blank game week, and then for the double game week 19, I'm going to wildcard. How you doing? James to Dyer. I like that move. You know, Spurs seem to be keeping, well, besides last night, Dyer seems to be a good one to go for. He's relatively cheap, isn't he? If we look at Chelsea's and Spurs' fixtures ahead, who's got the better one looking ahead? You know, James is fit, isn't he? He's ready to go. He's not injured. And he's got Villa, he's got Man City. They are conceding goals. They have got a double game week in 19, though. While Spurs have got a single game week in 19. But we're looking at the fixtures ahead. Go for Dyer. I say keep Dyer. Go for Dyer. Reece James to Dyer isn't a bad idea. FPL Lounge Llama, how you doing, mate? Mr. Llama, how you doing, bro? How you doing? Great speaking to you. Can't wait for Wednesday. Just let everyone know. Shout out to that FPL Lounge. Really cool guys. I will be on Wednesday's show on that FPL Lounge on YouTube with Boona, Matt, and Mr. Llama. And do check it out. I think it's about 5:05 PM UK time. So that FPL Lounge, awesome dudes. Hope you're doing well, Llama. Hope you're doing well, mate. I've captained on Salah, but I'm also thinking of switching captaincy to Kane. I'm just between the two, mate. It's one of them that's going to be really, really annoying. Like I said, I've done my -4. Rafinha in and Bruno in for James Ward-Prowse and Marnie. So I'm hoping this pays off, because if I need to choose the right captain. I need to choose the right captain because I'm going to be screwed otherwise. So at the moment, I've got it on Kane. If Boona was here, would he fill me with some confidence about Kane? Injecting that. I'm tempted to go Salah. I'm tempted to captain Mo Salah. I really am. I'm really tempted, not triple captain, but tempted to captain Mr. Salah instead of Kane, because a lot of us captained Vardy versus Fulham, and look what Fulham did against Leicester. They beat him 2-1. Nope, he would say Salah. He would actually. He would. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's like I want to flip a coin or something. How you doing, Mary? Captain Marnie got 18 points, bro. That's absolutely amazing. Well done, mate. Well done. But yeah. But honestly to God, I don't know who to. I'm tempted to do Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno, as we know, is in top form at the moment. He's doing particularly well. You can see 10 goals and 7 assists. He takes penalties. He takes corners. I'm not sure he takes free kicks, but the guy's in very good form. Now, last season, I think it finished 0-0 against Manchester United and Wolves at Old Trafford. It's a very, very tough one to go for. I'm stuck between the three. You know, if you had to choose, guys, if you had to vote now in chat, who would you captain out of Salah, Kane, or Bruno this game week? Who would you captain? Put a name down in chat. Salah, Bruno, or Kane. It's a very tough one. I'm going to end up doing a differential here and captain Rafinha. I'm tempted to do Bamford, but I think West Brom is so that defensive, and then Leeds are that attacking. So that's going to be a very interesting game. It really is. But I'm tempted to. It's very difficult, because if we look at some SofaScore, so I was looking at some SofaScore. Who was I looking at the other day? I know this is not relevant. I want to just compare Rafinha. I put it in Discord the other day. Rafinha, I want to compare him to... Llama may have seen this last night when I posted it. But that's it, yeah. So as I said, the blues are Ha and Rafinha's green. As you can see, the attacking, you got creativity, you got defending, that's not important, but tactical as well. But you can see in his heat map on the far right, I really do like the look of Rafinha. FPL Lounge saying Salah, Mane, Rashford, Son, Martial, Firmino, Bamford as captain. I would say Son. I would say Son captain, mate. Bruno Vice, but Son captain. Captain Salah or Son. Salah, Riley. I think Salah's one of them. I think he's really going to go out Newcastle. Souček is looking a better option than Bowen. Brought Bowen 3 weeks ago now, and I am thinking of switching to Souček. Souček seems to be a bargain considering his price. He is a bargain. But I just feel, West Ham have got some lovely fixtures ahead, as we all know. Now, Souček's the only chance he's probably going to get a goal if there's a lovely free kick or corner set piece coming in. As we know, Bowen's taking the free kicks, and he can score as well. But with Souček, he's one of them that loves to bomb up the field a lot, doesn't he? So if you look at Mr. Tomas Souček, if you look at his heat map on the far right, so shout out to SofaScore. I don't know if you can see the website at the top, but this is SofaScore's website. Do check them out. Really awesome. I'm not sponsored, just saying. But yeah, so you can see this is where he's a bit all over the place, isn't he? He's a bit all over the place, Souček. And he's getting in the box a lot. He does like, as we know, loves to push forward. When there's no set piece, he loves to push forward into the box. He's got about 4 goals at the moment, scoring against Brighton, was it? Gameweek 15. Shots per game 1.6, so he loves to get some shots in. And he looks a very, very good player. Long balls per game, as you can see, average of 2.1 accurate long balls per game. So that's a big, big thing there. I know he's not getting the assists, but as you said, he's cheaper than Bowen. And he could be a good differential to go for. But yeah, he's just one of them. So at the moment, I'm very, very tempted to leave it like this. I'm tempted to leave it like this, guys. Just check I've refreshed it as well. But yeah, as I said, the deadline's not until about another less than 3 hours or something. So at the moment, I think I'm going to go for Mo Salah as captain. I feel I'm just tempted with Kane. I just think he's going to get 2 goals in this game. But it's Kane, isn't it? It's Spurs. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to turn up. So it's going to be like one of those fixtures that's going to be, you don't know where it's going to go. Obviously, I think Spurs aren't that bad to lose, are they? They're not that bad. But guys, if there's anyone new around here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And hit that notification bell too. Really appreciate it. We're going to have a look at the transfers in and outs as well. But get your questions in. Keep getting your questions in, guys. Who are your captains for Game Week 16? Any transfers you've done? Any bold? Any gems you brought in transfer-wise? Let me know in chat down below. In the live chat. So as you can see, Bednarek, a lot of people talking about him, but he's very cheap. Vestergaard is injured. And Southampton, I'm not too sure why people brought him in. Myself, I'm not too sure because, as you can see, Southampton have got West Ham. They've got Liverpool at home. Then they've got a blank game week, so I'm not too sure. I know he's cheap, but you can get like Dallas in or maybe an Ayling or Alioski from Leeds. So I'm not too sure why he's the most transferred in for this game week. I'm not too sure. So how are we all doing, guys? How are we all doing? But basically, Fernandes up there as well. Bamford in there. Vardy in there. Just in there. DCL's going out a lot. I know a few people talking about taking DCL out, but obviously I'm going to keep him for a while. I'm going to keep him for a while and see what he can do. So I definitely want to keep him for that blank game week because I've got him. There's no point getting him out, is it? I want to try and build that team with blank game week players. I don't really want to, deplete my team. Justin Okafal from Randy. I would say, now that West Ham have got some nice fixtures ahead, if we look at Justin's quickly, he's not playing the blank game week, and West Ham aren't playing the blank game week as well. But we know, both are playing in the double game week. I would say, mate, I would say Cafal. I know Justin's got a nice fixture against Palace, but if you're looking ahead to long term, I would say Cafal in that fixture. But yeah, so Grealish is going that as well. KDB, a lot of people talking about KDB. KDB is, he's not done well, has he? I think it's because he's missing playing with Aguero in that team. He's only got 2 goals and 7 assists to his name. And for the money he's at, it's not particularly worth it. 11.7 at the moment. He has got some lovely fixtures in Brighton, Palace, West Brom, Sheffield United and Burnley. But that doesn't start until a blank game week. Now, he's got some 2 relatively tough fixtures in Everton, Chelsea. But I think it would be a good time to get rid of him and then get someone better. Probably, get a Mane or you got likes of Son, Bruno. You got some good players like that. I think avoid City. If I dare say, avoid Man City at this time. We don't know where they're going at the moment, what Pep is thinking. So at the moment, in my opinion, avoid Manchester City. So we have a little scroll up here as well. And we're going to have a look around here. So I am thinking, at the moment, I've got Pickford, Diaz, DCL, NATO, Cody. Someone else is playing, aren't they? I think I've only got 5. I've only got 5 at the minute. 5 or 6 playing. So I want to try. I could have had a chance to bring in a blank game week player for this game week for blank game week 18. But I'm going to try and bring in another 3. So probably take a hit in the next game week or do a free transfer and then take a hit. So I want to try and bring in another 3 for the next game week. And then I'm going to wildcard going into 19. Mane captain is really tempting me because he got 18 points twice in a row. And I'll tell you something. Mane isn't a bad shout. Mane isn't a bad shout. Because if we have a look here, I was looking at this the other day. It's not decided. Is it coming up? I don't think it's decided to come up, but I'll tell you something. Because I'm on... It was a really good one. What was it called here? Look through Google, that's better. Google's always better, isn't it? So if we look here, this is better. There we go. So if we look at how Mane's done, this is the 2018 to 19 season against Newcastle. Salah scored in that game. Did Mane play in that game? Mane did play in that game, but it's the other 2 that kind of caught my eye. Mane versus Newcastle for your mate. Liverpool versus Newcastle, this is last season, start of last season. Mane got 2 goals, as you can see there. He got 2 goals against Newcastle. This is at home, with Salah getting 1. And then if we look at here as well, in the away fixture, Mane scored in this game as well with Origi and Van Dijk. So Mane last season scored 3 goals against Newcastle, both home and away. So it's one of them. So I don't think Mane is a bad pick. I think Mane is a brilliant captain pick. I think I've got rid of him this game week. I'm probably going to be punished, but I've got Mo Salah. It's a funny game week, funny season. So we've got to see. Why Pickford? Seems like a strange pick. Well, he kept three clean sheets this season, and I picked up 2 of them. So, and they picked up a clean sheet last game, so I can't complain. But I am thinking of getting rid of him very soon, probably on the wild card, going into double game week 19. But yeah, so that's what I really do like, and I think with this team, I feel it's a very good team to go for. So if we have a look as well, any players to probably look at, if we look at the fixture difficulty as well. I want to have a look at the fixture difficulty. Guys, if you want to as well, please do share this stream on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp with all your mates. Really appreciate it. Share it on Twitter. Let everyone know about this deadline stream. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button down below. Really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Triple leads, love that. Yeah, West Brom, I think could be a bold one to go for, but I do like it. If you look at what Leeds have got, Spurs away, but Spurs playing a bit dodgy. But they have got a blank game week in 18, but they have got a double game week in 19. So, will I keep my triple for that? Hope I do. I really hope I do. But as I was saying, some players to look out for. I feel, Spurs have got a good run. They've got a good run. I got rid of Mane for which player? Bruno. Yeah, Bruno. I got him out for Bruno. I was thinking there, which one? Yeah, Bruno. I got rid of Mane for Bruno. I've got Salah. I've still got Salah. But I got rid of... I made a mistake getting rid of Bruno in the first place. So I brought Bruno back in. He's got some lovely fixtures, as you can see there. He's got Wolves. He's got Aston Villa. Not playing the blank game week, but he's playing in the double game week. He's got Sheffield United as well. So I brought him back in for Mane. But hopefully Salah can turn up this time against Newcastle. Would be great. Then we are playing Mane's old club, Southampton, so that's going to be interesting as well. You can see Arsenal there as well. People have been talking about Lacazette, but I just think we just avoid Arsenal. That was some game against Chelsea, even with both Reece James and Chilwell back in the side for Chelsea, when Lamp said they were both doubtful and frustrated a lot of FPL managers. But I just think Arsenal avoid. I think Chelsea avoid at the moment. Until you can look at that double game week. I think the double game week for Chelsea, I say, isn't bad. I feel you could bring in probably Tammy Abraham's a shout. He's not injured, is he? You could have a defender in there. Maybe have one defender. Maybe Chilwell. That'd be a good one. Ant, how you doing? Kane, Salah, Fernandes. Who to captain? Mate, I'm in the same boat. Mate. But at the moment, I've just switched from Kane to Mo Salah. I'm tempted, but it's a tough one. You remember when we had that other game when I did a deadline stream, and I was saying, who to captain? This player. So at the moment, I'm a bit stuck, like yourself. Who to captain. At the moment, I'm going to leave it on Salah. I'm hoping it's going to be the Salah show versus Newcastle. That would be great. But yeah, it's just one of them, to be honest with you. Just have a look down here. But yeah, Aston Villa, get rid of Grealish, I say. If you've got Grealish in your team, he's not really picking up the points FPL-wise. I say get rid of Grealish. KDB, Man City, 50-50 fixtures. He's playing 50-50. Get rid of KDB. Keep DCL. I'd say keep DCL. I don't know how long Richarlison's out for. I don't know if James Rodriguez is out too. I don't know if he's out too, James Rodriguez. But as you can see, it's one of those funny seasons. It really is. People talking about Southampton. I think Che Adams isn't a bad shout. I think he could quite possibly score against Liverpool as well, being at home. Not that it matters. But with Wolves as well, NATO is still a good shout if you got him, like myself, but I benched him in Gameweek 15. People have Salah and Bruno. I have Mane, Firmino, Martial and Rashford. Differentials right there, mate. But yeah, I don't really get the hype with Firmino in FPL. Fair enough. Before the West Brom game, he scored. He returned twice before the West Brom game. But I don't really get the hype. I know a lot of people probably bringing in if they can't afford Salah, something like that. But I don't really get the hype with Firmino in FPL. It's a bit like having Traore in FPL. When so many people brought him in, I don't get the hype with that because he doesn't pick many points up in FPL. And he never will. So, have a look down here. So it's all about if I decide to go with Salah or Kane as captain or Bruno. It's going to be tough. I think I just stick to my guns. Hold my nerve. And stick with Mo. Because I feel that Mo Salah, he had about 3 shots off target, I believe. If we have a look how he did against West Brom, I'm just having to think about it there, guys. just really is stressful. I'm glad I'm not doing this an hour before, because I would be absolutely going crazy. And I want to get the stream out for you guys to have a good watch and just chill. So, how we got on in the West Brom game? Hopefully you can see this. If you don't, I'll just alter the screen a tiny bit. Should we alter the screen so you can see it? Oh, there we go. Just do a bit of my magic behind the scenes. So as you can see, this is how. So you can see the stats better now. That's how we got on against West Brom. This is the bottom right, as you can see now. How you doing, Chazzy? How you doing? Meslaya or Martinez for this game week? Leeds got West Brom. Villa's got Chelsea. I'm gonna say Meslaya. Meslaya, mate. Against West Brom, you know, pick him, mate, in the team. It's Aston Villa at the end there. You just don't know if they hit or miss. But Meslaya, I'd say go for. I start on game week 8. That's why I'm having fun with differentials, boring owning. True, you know, dude, have fun with it. You know, hashtag play your own game, as Llama will know what that will know about that. But yeah, listen, have fun with it, and you know, good luck for the rest of the season. You know, keep letting me know how you're doing and who your captains are and everything. I really appreciate it. I'd love to know how you get on. But yeah, that's how Mo got on. If you have a little look down here. So you got about 3 shots off target, like I said. Key passes per game, only got 1 key pass. Long balls per game, you got 2 out of 3 accurate long balls per game, in that game. So it was just a bit over here a bit, as you can see there. And basically, yeah. So if we just go back to the little screen. And that should be okay. So hopefully that looks okay. We got here as well from Matthew. How you doing? Salah or Kane captain? I'd say I'm stuck between the two myself, mate. But I went from Kane to Salah, so I'd probably say, if I dare say, go for Salah. I think it's because it's Mo Salah at the end of the day, and you don't know what to expect with him. I think he's one of them. You just don't know what he's gonna do. So let's gonna move that a tiny bit over there, so you guys can see it. Right, that's better. So like I was saying, yeah. So Salah over Kane, if I dare say. I just feel Salah is one of them that's going to probably punish Newcastle, in my opinion. No worries, mate, no worries. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button down below. And if you're new around here, please consider hitting subscribe as well. And share the stream on Facebook and Twitter. And if you haven't already, let me know who your captains are in chat for Game Week 16. And any transfers that you've decided to do, any Game Week 16 questions, please fire them away in chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But yeah, I wish you all an awesome game week, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got Pickford, Justin, Diaz, and DCL playing tonight in 2 games of the 3. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. So I just want to have. Should we ever go at some predictions? Where is it? Is this it? Let's go with some predictions. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? And but if you ever have a little look, I'm going to do some predictions right now, guys. So feel free to join in the chat what your predictions are for each match, and I'll read them out as well if you want to join in. So, guys, what do you think? Crystal Palace versus Leicester. I'm going to say Crystal Palace to score, but I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Leicester. I have a feeling it's going to be 1-1, but I'm going to say 2-1 win for Leicester. Chelsea versus Villa. I'm going to go for a 1-1 It's going to be a tough one, that. I'm going to say 2-1 to the Villa. 2-1 to Chelsea. And Everton versus Man City. I think this is going to be a good game. I feel this could be a good game. But I'm going to say I'm going to probably lose out on those Diaz points. But as long as DCL scores, I won't complain. 3-1 you're putting. I need a big week this week. I was 600k 2 weeks ago now. Mate, I'm 2.1 million. I've had about 800k green hour, I think, in the last 2 weeks. So I really need to turn things around. Yeah, guys, get your predictions in chat. Let's have some fun with this. I'm going to say City to win 2-1. Or is Carlo going to outdo Pep? Two great managers there. But I feel if Aguero starts, I think it's going to be a win for Man City. Unfortunately, no, not another pick for the clean sheet for the Penguin, which is going to be an absolute shame. We've got 4-1 to Man City, Randy, 2-0 City, Dylan, Matthew, 1-0 City. Brighton versus Arsenal, I'm going to go for, I think, believe it or not, I'm going to say Brighton to win 2-1. I'm going to say it. I just feel, I don't know, I'm just going to say it. I think Brighton are going to win. Burnley versus Sheffield United. We've got 2-0 Arsenal there from Bagnus. How you doing, mate? And Burnley versus Sheffield United. I'm going to go for a clean sheet. I'm going to say a 2-0 win for Sheffield. Southampton versus West Ham. We've got 2-0 for Brighton. I'm going to go for Southampton versus West Ham. I'm going to say, if we go back how West Ham did against Southampton, last season, West Ham beat Southampton twice. West Ham won 1-0 and West Ham won 3-1 last season. So they did the double over Southampton. So I've got a feeling that this is going to be, I think it's going to be 2-2. I don't know why. I think it's going to be an entertaining game. West Brom versus Leeds. I'm going to say a clean sheet for Leeds. And I'm going to say a 2-0 win. 2-0 win for Leeds. I think it's going to be tight, but we know how attacking Leeds are. They just keep going at opponents. So we've got 1-1. We've got 1-1 Brighton Arsenal. 1-0 Burnley. 2-2. Leeds to win 3-1 against West Brom. Manchester United versus Wolves. I'm going to go for a 3-0. I mean, Liverpool beat them 4-0, didn't they? Beat Wolves. And Wolves are just looking not great, are they? But they're missing Jimenez a lot. And, wish him a speedy recovery. But I think Manchester United are probably going to win a 3-0 here. Spurs versus Fulham. I'm going to say it's going to be a tight game, but I'm going to say 2-0 to Spurs. Newcastle versus Liverpool. I'm going to say I've got this feeling Newcastle are going to score and wipe out that clean sheet. I'm going to say 3-1 to Liverpool. We've got some more predictions coming through. 4-1 to Manchester United against Wolves. 2-0 Southampton. Arsenal scored from 2 set pieces and a lucky cross. That doesn't show any improvement for me. Nah. I just think Brighton are going to win. I just think, they were very, very lucky against Chelsea. But I just feel Brighton are going to get the win. 3-1 Spurs. West Brom set pieces will be a problem for Leeds. Leeds are shocking defending. True. But I'm hoping Leeds can get the win this game. Newcastle 50. Liverpool. I'm hoping it's the way around, mate. Be 50 goals from Mo Salah. That'd be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, look at that league table. Look how high Everton are. My God, that is crazy. It's a funny old season. Sheffield United still without a win. I mean, it just shows, with no Dean Henderson now. I mean, he was that rock in that goal, wasn't he? But, Brewster's not really lived up to the hype at Sheffield United. I still think he's a very good player, but I think Sheffield United need more than Brewster. I think they need more attack. I think the midfield needs more. That's what they need, because they're lacking so much in goals. They're struggling. They've only scored about 8 goals. They scored the same amount of goals than Burnley. But they really are struggling. So that's my predictions for the game week. Leeds need to win. I have Rafinha, Dallas and Bamford. I have exact same 3, mate. Exact same 3. What's my current? 2.1 million, mate. Not good. I've had 2 really bad game weeks. I have taken a few hits as well. But I'm hoping, start off new. Hopefully, game week 16, I can start to climb up again. Because I found out, thanks to somebody, I don't know who it was, I'm about 50. I've got 811 points, and if I'm correct, I'm about 50 points away from 800k. So I'm about, 1.3 is it? Yeah, 1.3 million places away from 800k. So about 50 points, should I say, 50 points away from 800k. So if I keep that in my head, just keep positive about that and have a very good game week, I can climb. I know there's people above me who'll probably do well, but hopefully I can climb back up slowly. FPL Cup this week. Yes, everybody, thanks for reminding us, Dylan. It's FPL Cup, as you can see here on the far right. It says here, the top over 4.1 million scoring teams in that game week, so it's not overall rank. If you get how many points you get, and you get in the top 4 million basically, in game week 16, you will qualify for the Cup. And it's basically a cup that goes on to the end of the season, starts about halfway through the season, and you play everyone who qualifies all around the world, and it's a head-to-head. So just let you know, if you take hits as well, it will affect your score against that team, that head-to-head. So you will start on with -4 or -8. Not in this one, but in the round after, because it starts in game week 17, guys. So make sure that you do well. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it. I took a -4 this week. KDB and DCL to Bruin and Bamford, mate. That's great. That's great. You got two players that aren't doing particularly good. KDB and DCL. It's worth the 4. It's worth it, and I hope it pays off. And you've got two brilliant replacements there. So hopefully that works out for you. But yeah, so that's the FPL Cup, and that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that goes on. I got about 2 million in the bank. I've just noticed. I got 2 million in the FPL bank. So my team's worth, if I've used that, 103.0. But yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. If you want to join the FPL Penguin League, who wants to join the FPL Penguin League? Who hasn't joined the FPL Penguin League? If you want to join my league, let me know in chat, and I'll give you the code right now if you want to join it. That's the league code in the chat right now, so feel free to join the league, guys. The FPL Penguin League. Alex, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Who should I captain? Son, Salah, or Vardy? Oh, I'm tempted to say Son for you, mate. I'm tempted, but I'm going to say Salah. I feel Liverpool going to have a really good game against Newcastle. Should I gamble on Aguero today? I mean, Jesus is still out with an illness. So I'd say with Aguero, it's tempting, but I do like that fixture against Everton, but just go with your gut, mate. Go with your gut, but I personally wouldn't do it, in my opinion. You're third. Yeah, I noticed you were in my league, mate, Magnus, but think about it, mate. Aguero, have a good think about it, because, indeed you are, my friend. Indeed you are. May I have a look at your team? Have a little shout out to your team right here. You're doing very well. You're a Liverpool fan. Awesome. But yeah, look at that. So you got about 65 points. You are absolutely rocking it, mate. This is Magnus, who's third, who's about nearly 8,000 exactly in the overall table. Absolutely crazy. Dude, that is absolutely fantastic. And you've not used any of your chips as well. How crazy is that? You've only used your first wild card. Dude, that's absolutely amazing. You're in my league. Dude, that's absolutely amazing. Look at those green arrows he's got. That's amazing. Dude, you've only had 2 red arrows in about 15 game weeks. That's absolutely amazing. Keep it up, mate. That is absolutely amazing. What is your secret, mate? How are you doing so well? Did you have Kane and Son in your team at the start of the season? That was what a lot of people had. Unfortunately, I didn't. I did not. But yeah, it's just. But well done, mate. Well done. Keep it up. But yeah, it's just one of those. So I'm very tempted to just keep it on Salah and just say, just do it. Keep it on Mo, and just see what happens. Because what did I do the other day? I did a this would be good to show you guys. Go on my Twitter. You want to give me a follow on Twitter? I want to show you the poll, captain's poll that I did. Be finished now. I did a captain's poll. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm pretty active on there. Same as my Instagram, but got a number 1 at the end. If you have a look down here, I want to check out my latest video as well, Buy, Hold, Sell. That's on my YouTube channel. But as you can see, this is the poll that I did. And this is what I went for. And this is what everyone voted for. About 67 people voted on this poll. Son from the start. Dude, that's fantastic. KDB and DCL to Son and Vardy. Yeah, I say do that, mate. Do that move. But that's the captain's poll on here. As you can see, this is the finished poll, but only about 67 people voted, and it looks like Salah or Mane, probably Salah, is going to be the more favourable this game week again for their captaincy. And then just behind is Kane or either Son, and then there's Bruno and other. No one's put other, so at the moment it's just these main lads up here. Bruno's a shout for captain, definitely. But I'm just so tempted to keep it on Salah. I think Newcastle just look so shaky. They look very disorganised, and I just feel Liverpool could really hurt them. They'll be so frustrated now that we drew with West Brom. We didn't put our chances away. Liverpool had 17 shots and only had 2 on target. Now, fair enough, West Brom were probably defending well, like Fulham did with us and frustrated us, but that's no excuse. We should be more clinical. We went to Crystal Palace, beating them 7-0. I mean, we should really be going out these teams and putting our chances away. We should be. So hopefully we can do that against Newcastle. So at the moment, it looks like vast majority are probably going to go for Salah again, and then Kane and Son just behind. So I'm just going to probably keep it on Salah. It was on Kane. If you do follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me confirm it as Kane. But there's something about Mo, and it's the last game of the game week. Something to look forward to. Fair enough, Spurs are playing on that day as well, last day of it. I captained Salah, and in less than 24 hours after the blank, I need to lock in his captaincy for the next game week. And I think Salah's going to do it. I think Salah, it could be Mane again, but I think Salah is too risky not to captain. I really do think so. I have 3 Villa players and 2 Chelsea players. 5 in the same game. Depends if Reece James starts. I think Reece James will probably start. But dude, my God, 5 players in that game. I think I'm a bit nervous having Pickford, DCL and Diaz in my game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these fixtures turn out. And who are the players you've got, mate, for the Villa and Chelsea game, Dylan? Grealish, one of them. You got Reece James, definitely, you just said. But you got Grealish. You got Watkins. Have you got Watkins in your team? Or is it Martinez or Martinez instead? But keep getting questions in, guys. Get your questions in, and we'll get through this stream. I'm just going to sort this out over here. Yeah, so basically, that's what I'm particularly going to go for. What's going to do, guys? I'm just going to take a 1-minute break, just to get something to drink, and I'll be back. Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Okay? Give me 1 minute. Right, I'm back, guys. We are back. Just let me try and get the screen back on. So while I get this back on, just basically talking about different things. Just see if we can get this back on the screen. Just give me a second, guys. So, have you got in your team? Let's have a... And there we go. We are back in the room. Usually does that when I pause the screen. So we're back now. Is it Skulls? How you doing, mate? Hello, Penguin. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Yeah, I hope you had a great Christmas, mate, and hope it was a good one. I know it's past, but who cares? But yeah, dude, I hope you had a good Christmas yourself. Any news on the Rashford injury? Just give me a second while I just have a look at Watkins, Grealish, Martinez, Zoom and Rees. Ooh, wow, that's going to be interesting game, Dylan. Besides Leeds, West Ham, which team have the best double game week justifiers? So I'm just going to answer your questions from the same person right here. I'm going to probably say, besides, looking at your first one there, besides Leeds, West Ham, which team has the best double game week just for clean sheets? So we can't do Leeds or West Ham. I think if we have a little scroll, Leeds and West Ham. You could have Sam Johnston in there. You know, he's doing particularly well for West Brom. You know, you've got Wolves and West Ham in his double game week, so you could probably think about having Sam Johnston, maybe Ajayi, that's how you pronounce the name, the one who scored against Liverpool. He's very cheap as well. We have a look up here as well, Southampton. Probably maybe go for Bednarek or Vestergaard if he's fit, but I'd probably play it safe with, you know, you could have a Southampton defender as well. I think that won't hurt if you have a Southampton defender in there. Who else as well? Maybe have Andy Robertson in there because he's got Liverpool or Trent, or maybe go with someone cheap who like Matip. He's a good one. He got an assist last night. Leicester as well. Now Leicester 50-50 with clean sheets in the minute. You've probably got Justin. You could have Justin. He's a good one as well. We're not doing Leeds. Can't do Fulham. Chelsea are in there as well. You got Chilwell. You got Reece James. They're good shouts. Burnley, avoid them. So they're basically those are the ones, mate. I would say. Any news on Rashford injury? I'll have a look. Yeah, Rashford's got a slight injury. He's got a shoulder injury, 75% of playing. Just check. Have a look at Rashford's injury. As you can see, Ollie admits Marcus Rashford and Lindelof injury concerns. This is 1 day ago. So there's nothing really recent besides here. This London Evening Standard. Probably going to put them in the team, I'm not sure. Should we have a look what they're saying? See if they, because this was 2 hours ago, if they think he's going to start or not. I wonder if, yeah, predicted lineup. And Rashford, as you can see there, is in their predicted XI. So, I would think Rashford's probably going to be fit for that game. Because I think Manchester United don't play until... When did they play Manchester United? Tuesday night or tomorrow night. So, I'd say Rashford is in a shout of returning. Matip went off injured though. Yeah. That's the thing. He would have been a good shout. But I would say... well, he's not that injured, so he could be back for the next game. But Jurgen has come out and said he's not going to play every game. He's got a muscle injury at the minute. But if you want to play it safe, go for Robbo or Trent. Liverpool having a lot of defensive worries. But you don't have to choose Liverpool. You can choose any other team you want. What are your plans on game 18 and 19? Mine is a free hit in 18 and maybe triple captain in 19. Depends who's on form. I tell everybody this is my plan. The only chip I've got left is triple captain. And I'm basically building the team I've got now. I think I've got about 5 or 6 players playing in blank game week. It's not going to be exciting, this is the blank game week, but I don't really want to go wild on hits. So I'm trying to build my team with another 2 transfer windows ahead to get another 3 blank game week players in. And then for the double game week, I'm thinking of, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to wild card, use my second wild card. Something to look forward to, something fresh. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Yeah, mate, next week I tend to get Robbo. Looks like you are loyal to Gabriel. I can't. I don't. Well, I know he's out for the blank game week, so, but I am thinking to get rid of him. I'm probably going to think about getting rid of Gabriel for a Newcastle defender because they got Sheffield United, so maybe bringing Lewis from Newcastle because he's got a decent fixture against Sheffield United. But I'm not taking a hit to get him out. I'm not taking a hit to get Gabriel out. No way. You could probably bring in another City defender. I could probably bring in Cancelo versus Brighton. That's not a bad shout, is it? But I'm going to think about getting another 3 players in, double game week players in, and see how this goes. I'm going to get Arsenal, Crystal Palace, and active, any fit ones to have in my team. But yeah, that's what I'm particularly going to go for. I just feel as well, if we look at transfers as well, I think Mo Salah's going to be absolutely going crazy. Have a look down here. See, Rashford, he's got the injury, but I think he could do well. I think if you keep him, nothing wrong with that. He could do something against Wolves. You got Callum Wilson there as well. I think a lot of people will be probably taking him out now. He's got some tough fixtures. Then he's got some good fixtures ahead to have, you know, from Sheffield United onwards. Arsenal, he could do something against them. Leeds, Everton. Bobby Firmino's in there. Watkins being a bit like Harry Kane, getting the assists. Lewis is not even starting anymore. Is that right? Lewis is not even starting. My God, is he not even starting? No, he's not. 22 points. I thought he was getting a lot of games, wasn't he? It was at the start of the season. He's getting games. Look, he's getting games. But he missed that one. And then he got 24 minutes. What, did he have an injury? Is that the question? Did he have an injury for that game? I'm not sure. I need to just have a look. Let's have a look. Newcastle against Fulham. Was he on the bench for this game? Was he injured? You said Salah will go crazy last game week. We shall see. I think. Well, against West Brom, I didn't realise it'd be that defensive. And you know, fair point. You know, Salah had 3 shots off target, so he was a bit all over the place. But it wasn't as crazy as Mane. So it's a very crazy season. You know, you get things wrong. It's what your opinion is at the end of the day. I had for 4 weeks and only 1 clean sheet, 3 blanks for me. I took him out. He got 11 points versus Spurs. It happens, mate. It happens. It's happened to me. But unlucky, mate. Paul started at left back. Let's have a look at the bench. Can we look at the bench? Now, Lewis was on the bench. Surely Lewis has not lost his place. Surely he's not lost his place. He's not lost his place. We have to see if he starts against Liverpool, or then the next safest option for Newcastle would be. I've just got a feeling Sheffield United could beat Newcastle. I don't know why. I think Fernandes is a good shout. He kind of starts games. You don't know who's going to start games, do you? Because I kind of want to get. Well, I don't want to get Darlow in. I got Pickford, but I kind of. If I were to get a Man City defender in, I could get Cancelo in. 5.6, so that'd be a more safer option versus Brighton. So I could do Gabriel to Cancelo 1 week, and that would be not a bad shout. Hi mate, how you doing? Who are your captains, guys? Any new people tuning in? Who are your captains for Game Week 16? And have you done any transfers as well? And if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, this video, and share on Facebook and Twitter this stream. Really appreciate it. Villa have a tough fixture. Should I keep Martinez? I don't think he's a bad to keep, but you know he could get them save points for you. But I feel McCarthy is better, mate. I feel McCarthy is a better goalkeeper to have. Save points, he's got about 41 saves so far this season. Bonus-wise, he's picked up about 10 bonus in total. I would say, you know, it's kept about 4 clean sheets. 4 clean sheets in the last 4 games. It's a tough one, but they're not like the top 6, are they? Well, Wolves are creeping in there, but you know what I mean. Top 5, should we say. So I would say, mate, I'd say McCarthy. If you had to choose between the two. Well, then again, McCarthy's got Liverpool, but... I'd say the next best keeper, if we're looking at fixtures... If I had to have a look here... captaincy from between Salah, Son, Bruno and Vardy, but stay on Salah. Safer pick, safer. If we look at the fixtures ahead, this is Gameweek 16, I'd say Pope's not a bad one. Have you not considered Pope? You remember Pope, everybody had him last season. He's got Sheffield United, he's got Fulham. Fair enough, he's got a blank game week. But then he's in the double game week against West Ham and Liverpool, which is kind of tough. But he can probably get save points, Pope. But the next 2 for Pope are good for him. You know, Sheffield United aren't looking like scoring. Same with Fulham as well. So you can have a think about that, bringing Pope in. Because if you have a look at Pope as well, I think Pope's better at the moment. I know he's Pope. It's 5.4. He's a bit more expensive. 49 saves. I think he's got more. I think he had more than Martinez. But 49 saves so far this season. He's picked up about 14 bonus, is it? So, you know, I think that's still more than Martinez. So I think it's a good one to have for the next 2 game weeks if you want to have that Burnley, probably have those clean sheets come in. I captained KDB for 3 weeks straight. He gave me nothing. Should have Captain Bruno, he will always get points somehow. He does. Bruno this season so far, with goals and assists, well, technically he's scoring penalties, isn't he, Bruno? But he's doing better than KDB. Son's doing better than KDB. Salah's doing, and Mane's doing better than KDB. KDB's looking a bit. I think it's because he's missing Aguero in those games, and maybe City need. I think City are missing David Silva, to be honest with you. Since they got rid of David Silva, he was that little magician. He'd been there for like over a decade. He was the absolute star player, David Silva, and I think losing him is a huge loss. He really controlled that game, David Silva. How are you all doing, guys? Who are your captains? Let me know in chat through the stream. And if you enjoy the stream, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Which 3 should I play? Zuma, Reece, Stones, or Kafal? I'd say... Who's City got? Stones. I'd say start Kafal. This is going to be fun. And then start Zuma and Reece James. I know it's kind of tricky to go for double Chelsea defence, but, you know, Stones versus DCL is one of them. Stones versus DCL. So I'm going to say those 2. I was going to say those 3. Zuma, Reece and Kafal. Right, guys. I'm gonna finish stream off here. I've really enjoyed it. Son is your captain. I'm going to leave my team as it is, as you can see on the screen. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here. If you have enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. Before you go, smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to Bubbly Bunch Army. And have a great game week, guys. And I'll see you in the next stream. Take care, and see you later.